it's Gigi and welcome to Hytale Up for this new video!
Not bad, Gigi, not bad. Well, let's get down to business! 2021 is the date announced by Hytale Studio for the release of its highly anticipated game, Hytale. Obviously, this date seems too far away for the community, and us at Hytale Up, we are among the impatient ones. However, there is still a hope to lay our hands on the Cubic game before the announced date. As you would have guessed, I am of course talking about the beta. At first, the only element we had about this beta was a message at the end of the trailer to register directly on the website. We were all hysterical and we were all waiting for a confirmation email that never came. More than a year passed and the information about the beta was still not coming. Was it a myth after all? Are we really gonna get a beta for Hytale? Fans were starting to panic a bit and wondered what use the registration on the site had been. The answer to our questions was long overdue, but it has arrived. The long-awaited answer can be found in the FAQ of the 16th of April 2020. This blog post follows the acquisition of Riot Games. By the way, if you haven't been following this story, I invite you to watch our dedicated video. Hytale Studio then reveals something very important. Is my beta registration still valid? Yes! A simple word, which tells us a lot. Hytale's beta will indeed take place. But when, where, how, and especially for who? These are the questions everyone is asking. In an attempt to solve this mystery, we've made some assumptions at Hytale Up. First of all, let's talk about the how. Hytale's beta will most likely be free and won't look like an early access beta. Why? Because the studio is now owned by Riot and Hytale will not need any extra money via Jackpot, Kickstarter or other early access. Most often, early accesses are used to get extra funding and build the game with the players through clear roadmaps. This was the case with Satisfactory, for example, or Astroneer. But, as I was saying, for Hytale, the studio doesn't really need funding or a roadmap developed with the community, which tells us that potentially, we won't have to wait ages between beta and game release. Maybe a year maximum, but no more. Hytale's beta will obviously be used as a large-scale test so that bugs and server issues can be fixed before the final launch. But here's the thing, Hytale has generated a very large number of reactions and an extraordinary infatuation. The beta, which will then serve as the first opinion of the general public, will therefore have to be of very good quality to satisfy the thousands of fans. In fact, more than an unfinished version of the game, we imagine that the beta will be more like a demo reel. For example, the level of development of the zones is much more advanced than other games. I agree, there are some animations to rework, but frankly, I can't imagine a badly done beta like you can sometimes see on other video games. And if Hytale Studio is indeed heading towards a kind of demo beta, then we can expect it to come out shortly before the official release in 2021. In fact, it depends mostly on what they are willing to show us or not. Are we going to be able to test only the adventure mode? Or are we going to be able to touch the Hytale model maker? Will the beta be used to test the servers first? In any case, regardless of the option chosen, we feel that the developers are soon to be ready and we hope that the first waves of beta will come out by the end of 2020. From what you can see in the blog post, the game is progressing at a very fast pace. You can see a lot of clips of the game and tons of gameplay elements look perfectly stable. Moreover, they have recently filled up with new recruits, and their remote way of working allows them to work in almost optimal conditions. In short, the game is progressing well. But then, can we expect several waves of beta? This is often the case for small as well as big games. Let's take the example of Minecraft Earth, the Pokemon Go style mobile game that didn't really work out. As for all games using geolocation, competent servers are required and several beta phases have therefore been set up to fix bugs. In the end, the game was quite stable when it was released, and it was its lack of content that made it a failure. All this to say that, given the hype and expectation of Hytale, developers will probably do everything possible to make beta periods stable and content-rich enough. We also have confirmation that the content creators will be the first to be involved. Apparently, the FAQ reveals that YouTubers holding an MVP rank on Hypixel servers will be the first to hit Hytale. Will they benefit from a first wave beta key? Who's next after them? The press, other influencers? Will a third wave be about regular fans? But to what extent? Thousands of us have signed up for this beta. It is impossible to bring all these people here at once. In short, the best theory is that there'll be waves. At Hytale Up, we believe that no one will be forgotten, but that after the wave of influencers, fans will be dispatched in several other waves of access to the game. Moreover, these waves of access may well be time limited. It is not uncommon to see periodic beta opening from one day to the next. You can't miss the boat!
So, when can we play?
Hytale's birthday is December 13th. The trouble is, this year, it's a Sunday. Maybe on December 13th, we'll still have an announcement for the first waves of beta with definite dates? We'll see. Let's take a much more telling example, since this is a game from Riot Games, Legends of Runeterra. For those who don't know, it's a kind of card games in the League of Legends universe. This is a small game compared to Hytale, but Riot announced the game on League of Legends' birthday. Players were then allowed to play for 3 days only, the time of a short preview. It was October 2019. Then there was an open beta from January 24th to April 29th, the release date of the game. I don't think Hytale will have an open beta for only 3 months. But it may very well be that, like Legends of Runeterra, the announcement is actually made for the birthday and then gives access to some sort of beta preview for a very limited time. It remains to be seen whether this preview will be exclusive to influencers or not. One last thing, even though Hytale is a very big game, it doesn't have long alpha phase like MMOs and other AAA games. Anyway, to recap, 2 big theories stand out. Either the developers want to present us with something almost finished and we'll get a kind of beta demo in 2021, just a few months before the game's release. Either we'll have news of the beta and why not a wave access starting this winter 2020? Anyway, Hytale will be available to everyone in 2021 and a beta will inevitably arrive before then. Of course, it is impossible to say with certainty that this beta will happen in 2020, but what is certain is that this game, which could be called a myth given the time we have been waiting for it, will one day arrive in our hands, and that day is getting closer and closer. What do you think? Don't hesitate to theorize about it on our Discord. On that, it was Milfia
And Gigi!
and I'll see you next time on Hytale Up.